Would you like me to go through it? Okay. The top of it, where it says a fiscal 11 town of Wareham shift scenario, if we kept a factor of 1, in fiscal 2010, the average single-family property was assessed at $282,305. The tax rate was $8.11 per thousand, and the average tax bill was $2,289. Fiscal 11, the average single-family property is $261,222, with a tax rate of 8.93. The average tax bill would be $2,333, which is an increase of $43 from fiscal 2010. If we looked at the median single-family property in fiscal 2010 was $238,900, with a tax rate of $8.11 per thousand. The average tax bill was $1,937. Fiscal 11, the median single-family property was assessed at $220,000, with a tax rate of $8.93 per thousand. The average tax bill would be $1,965, which is an increase of $27 from fiscal 10. Now to take a look at the commercial. The average commercial property in fiscal 2010 was assessed at $667,063, with a tax rate of $8.11 per thousand. The average tax bill was $5,410. Now for fiscal 11, the average commercial property is assessed at $631,234, with a tax rate of $8.93. The average tax bill would be $5,637, which is an increase of $227 from fiscal 10.
Okay, just let me interrupt you there
Sure.
for a second, just so that everybody on the board understands. These values are taxing the commercial and residential property at the same flat rate, correct?
Correct. That's all with residential factor of 1.
Thank you.
If you look down to the bottom of the page on the left, there are the possible factors, and you also have in between. You could have factors in between there, but the maximum would be the 1.5. So with a factor of 1, it's $8.93 for the residential, commercial, industrial, and personal property as well. And with a factor of 1.25, the residential rate would be $8.49 per thousand, and the commercial and industrial and personal property would be $11.17 per thousand. And with a shift of 1.5, the residential rate would be $8.04 per thousand, and the commercial, industrial, and personal property would be $13.40 per thousand. So going down to the next factor scenario.
I don't think you need to read all the rest of them
Okay.
off, Sheila, if that's all
Okay.
right with the rest of the board. Does anybody have any questions on how that works? So basically the question before the board is, do we continue with a single tax classification rate, or do we want to do a shift to a factor scenario where the commercial properties would have their tax rate increased by a factor of either 0.25 or 0.5 or anywhere in between?
The only concern that I have with the factor scenario is that I know that Mr. Andrews and members of his staff are actively trying to attract commercial business, and one of the best ways to attract commercial business is to have a lower tax rate for them. Correct? Right?
You're correct.
And in this economy, when there's so much competition, I'm not sure that now, from a strategic perspective, is the best time to do something like this. I don't know what other communities do with their tax rate for commercial entities is, but I'd like us to remain as attractive as possible to bring more revenue in with more business.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any comment? I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, because this is a public, because this is a hearing, do we have to?
Oh, that's a good point. Thank you. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak for or against the tax classification rate? Seeing no one.
Then I will make a motion to close the public hearing.
Is there a second?
Second.
Now I will entertain a motion.
All in favor?
All in favor? Oh, right, all in favor, unanimous.
Aye.
Thank you.
Madam Chairman, I believe your motion would have to be that the town would accept a residential
Well,
factor.
no,
of
that
one.
was
Well,
just
we're
to
getting
close the
ready to
hearing.
make that motion,
Oh, I
Mr.
thought
Curry.
you
No,
said
Mr.
you already
Curry, that
closed
was
it.
just to
Sorry,
close
I
the
thought you already
hearing.
closed it.
I'm about to
Okay.
make
No,
the,
that was the motion to close
Thank
the
you.
hearing.
Oh, okay.
But thank you, we do need help keeping on track.
all set? Okay. Madam Chair, with that, I would like to make a motion for the town to set the residential factor at 1.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? It's unanimous, 400. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, folks.
Is there any other town business this evening? Mr. Cruz? Mrs. Ekstrom?
Oh, another town business. I have a couple of things. No, I guess not. Couldn't have been that important. I didn't write it down, so just everyone have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Mrs. Winslow.
Just that I hope that everybody enjoys their Thanksgiving holiday and stays safe if you're traveling on the roads.
Thank you. I'd just like to make one brief congratulatory remark for the Massachusetts Audubon Society and the Sacred Heart Seminary and the Wareham Land Trust, as well as the town of Wareham. And we had a ribbon cutting for Wildlife Sanctuary out at Great Neck over this weekend. It was a very pleasurable event, very historic moment for the town of Wareham. And I congratulate once again all of those who were involved in that endeavor, and like to wish everybody a happy and blessed Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in December. There'll be no meeting next week. Thank you. And the trails are open, so come out and enjoy them. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you and good night.
See, we can get this done quick.